and welcome back to Latrobe Youth Space News. I'm Danni. Victoria's Environment Protection Authority, EPA, is set to conclude its review into the operating conditions for the state's coal-fired power stations, which could set pollution controls after 3 years of deliberations. The EPA started the review into the operating licenses for the 3 brown coal-fired power stations in the Latrobe Valley, east of Melbourne, in November 2017. The review considers a range of matters, including the limits on what the plants can emit into the air, wastewater quality and air quality monitoring requirements. But after consulting the community and industry for much of 2018, there has been minimal update about the review since the EPA began drafting new licence conditions for the plants in June last year. Environmental groups hope new licensing conditions include limits on how much the plants can pollute, while unions and the power stations fear the cost of additional pollution controls could make the plants unviable. Supporters of the non-government group Environment Victoria recently sent the EPA overdue notices to mark 1,000 days since the licence review began. Environment Victoria campaign's manager said the group's analysis of national pollution inventory data showed the power station had collectively emitted 130 million tonnes of carbon pollution. So this review is well overdue, and it's really time for the EPA to start cracking down on all the kinds of pollution that come out of these coal power stations, Dr. Oberl said. The analysis found 6.3 million tonnes of fine particulate matter, which has been linked to the heart and lung conditions, 3,000 kilograms of mercury, and more than 250 million tonnes of sulfur dioxide has been emitted. Dr. Oberl said, as well as reducing these pollutants, the plant's carbon emissions needed to be limited to bring them in line with community expectations. The 3 coal generators in the Latrobe Valley are responsible for 40% of Victoria's greenhouse gas emissions between them, yet they're subject to no licence limits by the EPA, he said. And now let's go to Simone for our brand new Fact of the Day segment.
Thanks, Danny. And this week's random fact is, did you know that the longest time between twins being born is 87 days? Because now you do. Back to you, Danny.
Thank you, Simone. And before we head off, let's take a quick look at the weather. Lola, how's it looking? Thanks, Danny. Friday and Saturday are mostly cloudy with a top of 15 for both days, while Sunday and Monday are both sunny with a top of 20 and 26. Tuesday is sunny with a bit of cloud and a top of 29, while Wednesday, Thursday and Friday are all rainy with a top of 25, 19 and 17. Back to you, Danny. And that's all the news we have in store for you this week. Tune in next week for more.